Hello and welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, to Incensed, a Pokémon Go podcast. The podcast where honesty, Niantic bashing and explicit banter are always on the menu. I am your host for today, the Pogo trainer Milo Club UK. And of course, we have the man with his heavily stroked Charizard badge. It's Ian Waterfall. We also have the quarter of our quartet who steals all of that Incensed podcast shiny and hundo luck, Masterful 27. And last but by no means least, he's not doing dry Jan, but he is doing free-to-play March. It's Casual Coops. Gentlemen, how are you all doing this evening?
All good, mate. Absolutely brilliant. Absolutely buzzing.
Yeah, I'm going to share the shiny and hundo look with you guys tonight. Don't worry.
We need some of it, mate. Seriously. We need some of it.
Listen, your boy's still free to play, but we out here. We're moving. Milo, how are you, mate?
I'm doing fantastically, mate. I'm hyped to be hosting again. Genuinely, really excited. Because I get to pick the subjects and everything. But good to hear you're all well.
And Milo, you didn't say, here we go.
Yeah, I'm waiting. You spoiled my moment, you know.
It's coming. It's coming.
It's coming.
Just wait for it. Just
Ian,
patience is a virtue.
ruin it, innit? Patience
I
is a
haven't
virtue.
read the
Stop.
show notes.
Patience is a
Oh,
virtue.
for goodness sake. Last week was a rather spicy and, to be honest, a hard act to follow. So I've had my work cut out. But before I want to jump into that, chaps, did anybody get their shiny blue balls?
Hell to the yeah.
Mark, with the blue ball luck, well done.
Blue ball luck.
Were you listening to the podcast?
Sure was. Sure was.
That's why.
It was an old episode as well. So the old episodes, for anyone listening, still play them because you still get as much luck listening to them. So
There
yeah,
you go.
it was good.
Plug them. What about Coops?
I mean, I didn't get one. I did not get two. Your boy got zero. I got fucking zero shiny blue balls.
That was nicely done. Nicely acted there.
Thanks, mate.
And Ian, I'm assuming none.
Well, I actually managed to play a little bit more than I usually do.
8 minutes.
17 minutes.
I managed to play for 37 minutes.
Oh, wow.
And at 5 to 7, my ball went blue.
Yeah.
Yes.
We got the shiny.
Get in there.
Fantastic stuff. Because we wanted you to get that shiny, mate. We wanted you to get that shiny.
I'm happy. I'm done for the month. I got the Krabby. I got the Voltorb. Yeah, that's my luck done for the rest of the year.
That's March done. No more.
And listen, what did I say last week? I said there's nothing more than I want us to all be sitting here and for all of us to have a blue ball. And the only dickhead that didn't get one was me.
Milo, did you get
Hells.
your second blue ball, by the way?
No, I'm still only one ball.
You're a eunuch.
Not a eunuch, just a horrible accident.
Well, we've all got one blue ball then, so we're all in good company.
All right, before we jump into the proceedings, you already know what time it is. It's time to say, here we go. Drop that incense, ladies and gentlemen, and grab yourself a refreshing beverage of your choice. And do not forget to let us know if you incense something sparkly or good stat-wise at Incensed Podcast on Twitter. And also use the hashtag Incensed Podcast. Gentlemen, on the note of a refreshing one, actually, what is everyone drinking tonight?
But tonight, Milo, I'm drinking a Bud Light.
Bro, aren't they like 45p from like the local co-op, aren't they?
I think it's £3 for 4, so yeah, it's close.
When did you last buy one, Coops? You like 1990 what?
Bro, bro.
You can just imagine baby Coops. Can I have a beer?
I'm bringing in the St. Patrick's Day vibe. I have got a Guinness on the go.
Nice.
tonight.
Way too heavy.
And I've got just a cheeky little Kronenberg, the 1664. I was going to say 1964. No, 1664.
It says son caps. Oh, Trebian. She's son.
And I'm drinking double whiskey on ice, anybody who cares.
Oh, yeah, sorry. God, we keep doing that. We
Yeah,
never
we're
ask.
rude.
Yeah,
Host
sorry.
just gets left
Milo,
out.
what are you drinking, mate?
Ethanol.
I honestly regret drinking beer during this because I'm just conscious it is going to be so gassy.
Get
Well,
giddy,
that's
Ian.
good because we're gassy anyway, aren't we?
Yeah.
Bro,
We
I
talk a lot of waffle.
I just remember the last time I had a Bud Light. It tastes like shit. So I respect you for drinking them.
Bud
bro.
Light is it's the best beer ever.
No, you're
Seriously.
joking.
No.
You
Oh, wait,
no,
Absolutely,
no, there's no-
absolutely.
You can't kick him because he's the host.
No, Ian,
Fuck.
I'm actually looking at you, bruv. You're being serious, isn't it?
I love it. I literally love Bud Light.
Oh dear God.
Mad.
Oh,
That's
So
crazy.
guys, next week, who's kicking? We're kicking Ian off.
Yeah.
I'm
So it's
being
all
banned
off the
from my
podcast.
episode.
yeah. So to all the listeners, Sue, Hermes Ninja, you're on. You're on.
Yeah, we're on. All right, gentlemen, I need to steer it towards the actual meat of the conversation here. Guys, as we know, traveling and vacations have actually been mostly a distant memory or a distant fantasy over the last 12 months or even more. But what I want to ask for this week's it's like Korma hot topic. If you could redo a holiday of your choice pre-2016, but now with Pokemon Go at your side, where would you go back to and why? And over to Ian for the first.
Very good question. So realistically, we're not looking for our best holiday. We're looking for the holiday that would most likely to play Pokemon Go on. So I'm probably going to go back to a road trip I did in the States. This would have been probably 2011, 2012. So getting on for 10 years ago. And it was absolutely epic. We started in California, in LA, and we literally just headed east. So
into the ocean.
Yeah, geography isn't my strong point. Actually, it is. We
Nor
headed
is
east
beer.
and
Logistics, was that Ian? Logistics, was it? Yeah. Okay.
logistics. Yeah, I don't drive. Oh my God, I plan. We started in LA and we literally just headed east, and we went through pretty much, I would say, 10, 15 states, through Nevada, Arizona, New Mexico, Louisiana,
Nice.
Tennessee, and
that
we
sounds
ended
fantastic.
up in Washington, D.C. And all that was done in a matter of 13 or 14 days. And the reason I would do that purely and simply is because of the regionals that are spanned across America.
That is a very good shout, because there's so many, aren't there, that are spaced out. Certainly,
There is,
actually,
yeah.
there are quite a few over the course of the.
I mean,
the
that
East
sort of
Coast.
mileage, you're looking at about 2,000 to 3,000 miles by that. It's a big amount of distance.
Indeed. Plus, you'll end up with like a string of gyms.
Oh, you
all
could
the way
actually,
across-
yeah, that would be amazing to see, wouldn't it, on your map?
Just this huge line across the states of all of your gyms that you've taken. That would be amazing.
Absolutely.
That'd be amazing, wouldn't it? What to get and can't do that again now with that. You could do that. That'd be just phenomenal.
Yeah.
It'd be
No,
like
I
you,
love
wouldn't
it.
it, Milo, doing like, loads of service station photos of AR pics, with like more gyms than most small
A lot of
towns.
Pokemon next to like petrol pumps and all of that bollocks. Oh, yeah, and I think that's a cracking suggestion. I'm longing for a road trip.
Do it then.
Let's do it. Let's do it.
Yeah. Mark, what about you?
Do you know what? I didn't have to think too hard about this one, which makes a change. But I would certainly I would have put this into my year in Australia without a shadow of a doubt.
Nice.
Get 2008-09, over there on my own, traveling all around Australia, made great friends and all that. But you know what? If we could snapshot now, back then, I would have definitely made that trip to New Zealand, which I pulled out of right at the end when I was about to move over to New Zealand for 2 years after my year in Oz. It all changed because of the recession. But
Yeah.
I would have been getting Relicanth over there. That would have got me over there. It would have been, I would take the risk. But I love Melbourne. I'd love to have done raid training in Melbourne. That would be phenomenal. Different states. Oh my God, it would have been fun. It would just been amazing. It's phenomenal, amazing people anyway, but even better with the vibe and the buzz of Pokemon Go. Imagine like raid weekends and that in some of these cities with people. Oh,
yeah, I can imagine it'd be brilliant.
Epic.
And can you just imagine people again?
I mean, I know in Australia they've got people everywhere playing at the moment, but yeah, imagine, it'd be very weird going from now to that in, like, say, tomorrow doing that. That'd be very crazy, wouldn't it? But yeah, I just think Aussies are great people. Their personalities are brilliant anyway. What an amazing experience that would be.
It's almost like you're trying to butter somebody up, Mark, here.
Oh, never.
Mark's like, Zoe, we're here.
Oops, keep it on the down low.
Yeah.
Well, it's all about cricket. We know that, guys. Come on. Anyway, who's on there?
Yeah, we suck at cricket as well, though, don't we?
We did today. Oh God.
No, Mark, that's absolutely cracking stuff. I'm fully embracing that. I'd love to go to Australia, to be honest. Never been. To finish up, Coops, what about you, my guy?
Yeah, so I'm going to be even more of a casual than I already am. When I I don't really understand the question. I'm a little bit
Oh
confused.
my God.
No, but wait, hear me out. I've listened to Ian and the masterful 27's answers, and now I kind of get it. I was only confused because I mean, it could be controversial. People could go on holiday to play Pokemon Go, but I never go on like holiday or on vacation to play Pokemon Go. So I didn't really get it. But now they've answered, it makes more sense to me. And Mark, I'm actually on the same page as you. One time, obviously, as you know, I worked in Australia for 5-6 years, but one time I went to Sydney about 2-3 weeks earlier from when my contract started. And I just wanted to do a bit of traveling because it was going to be my last contract. It was going to be my last year there. And I'd kind of only really seen the East Coast and not much more of Australia. So what I actually did is that I did like a huge tour from Darwin, which is kind of like north, like top of Australia. And I did a tour all the way through Australia, down to the bottom, down to Adelaide. It was like a 2-week tour. It was just the most incredible 2 weeks of my life. And like Mark says, Australians are just incredible people, truly. And what I would love to have done was to got to the middle of Australia, which is Alice Springs, if you don't know. And bearing in mind, from the coast to the middle of Australia, we're talking 4.5-5 hours on an aeroplane. And I would have loved to have just clicked on Pokemon Go to see if there were actually any stops there or if any Pokemon popped up. Like, I'm in the middle of Australia, and it would have been awesome to just quickly load up my game. And if there wasn't a stop, Mark, you're going to love this, I would have nominated one, and I could have potentially been the first ever Pokestop in the middle of Australia.
Just slap bang in the middle.
I love that people in the future would have gone then gone, how did this get here?
Yeah. But
It's the casual in a plane.
Yeah, but Mark, as the guy that's been in Australia, how cool would that be? Like going to Ayers Rock and the Pokestop there is you nominated. I thought that would be quite funny. I thought that would be quite fun.
That would be epic.
Uluru.
Yeah. But anyway, Milo, what about you, buddy?
I'm going to stick in the European continent. So I'd probably go back to Florence would be my pick in Italy.
I thought you were going to say Miami.
I live there, mate. No, I'll go back to Florence. I went there 2012 on an art trip for school. And I'm imagining like the culture there was amazing. I had a really, really fantastic time. And it's just one of those towns I imagine if I had the game, it would be so incredible to play there. I imagine there'd be millions of stops, spawns, gyms, and because of the culture, that would probably play really nicely into what gifts I could send people, actually. That would be probably something I would look to do. And I think filming in a place like that would be just beautiful.
It is.
Just beautiful.
Gorgeous place. Yeah.
It's on my list to go back to when... Senor Corona has buggered off, to be honest.
Milo, do you know what I love? I've got 200 friends on my friends list, and you are the worst for sending gifts, and yet here you are.
He never sends gifts. He literally never sends gifts.
You've got the audacity to sit there and go, "Oh, I'd love to send gifts, you bloody liar! You liar!
You're worse at sending gifts than Tom at the cruise ship."
Hey, when you live on as many Pokestops as I do, you just don't give a fuck anymore. That's the thing.
Gents, talking about this though, Milo, I hope you don't mind. Can we all just everybody look at me? I just got
oh my God.
Just got a shiny. For God's sake.
Mark just got a shiny spoink.
11 minutes into the episode.
That's at least the first fucking shiny for this podcast recording that we've ever had.
You watch, it'll be a bloody shundo knowing him as well.
Yeah.
Shundo spoink.
Dude, I'm so jealous. I still need my first shiny spoink. We need to clip that, by the way, gang, of his reaction. He was over the moon.
Dead. We'll get that on the Twitter.
That's amazing. Congrats, Mark.
Well, we don't need to ask Mark at the end who got a shiny.
He might get another one yet.
Yeah, but I was going to say, gents, while we're all here, everybody, we've got to look each other in the eye. Can we all promise when the world goes back to normal, can we actually go on like a 24, 48 hour little breakaway all together and we should definitely record an episode of Incensed. But like, how cool would that be in a different country? That would be epic.
Absolutely, I'm 100%
down. I think that would be a smashing idea.
Damn
We
it.
can have a little off-camera discussion or off-recording session as to
Little
where we would like to go.
session, drinky poos, Milo.
Yes, I love the idea of that. Anyway, absolutely cracking stuff, lads. And to be honest, I'd like to actually throw that question out to the wonderful listeners out there: is if you could rerun a holiday of your choice, but now playing Pokemon Go, where would you go? Where would you go back to? Now, we've had some updates for the next event, the Weather Week, gentlemen. And once again, it seems that we can predict the future on this podcast.
It seems to be a pretty regular thing now.
It's a reoccurring theme. And because that prediction was actually made in episode 3, definitely go and listen to it if you haven't already. Ian, why don't you take the reins and steer us through the upcoming Weather Week?
Okay, so the Weather Week. We're going to keep this pretty top line because anyone that has a pair of eyes and can read can find this information on Pokemon Live, their website. So the Weather Week starts on Wednesday, March 24th at 10 a.m. and it runs right through to 8 p.m. on Monday, March 29th. Castform. We talked about Castform, and shiny Castform in its rain form will be released into the game.
Now, I personally think that's pretty insane.
That I believe this is the one that you called, Milo.
Well, I said any shiny Castform,
but we'll give it you.
Yeah,
but I'll take the fucking prediction. Hey, this is a Pokemon Go first. This shiny rainy Castform isn't available anywhere else. I think that's pretty sweet that we're getting something top line first.
Yeah, I agree, Matt, and I'm really happy as well because what they've said about the spawns, you lot are going to laugh at this, but they're all quite PvP related as well. So it's like good. It's like good for Go Battle Leaguers to grind.
Kill me.
Mark
Kill me
literally
now.
just face palmed himself.
Sorry. I hate that no one cares about it but me. But yeah. So I'm genuinely super hyped for this, or as Milo would say, the event's going to be cracking stuff, guys. Cracking stuff.
It could be good. It really could be good.
Thought about the British, haven't they, with this one? I think this is a really apt
Absolutely, rainy
Castform
could not be any more British, could it? It really couldn't be any more British.
It's rainy and windy boosted Pokemon. That is British weather in a nutshell,
Yeah,
isn't
facts.
it? So
Tell them.
Let's give the UK players something to, not celebrate over in that case.
It's always rainy, isn't it? They're going to be boosted all the time for us.
I guess that's a plus for us because at least there are Stardust boosts for the event as well, which I'm looking forward to.
There absolutely are. And of course, shiny Castform isn't the only part of Weather Week. There will be and Mark loves this one, Ducklet will be appearing more often in the wild.
Brilliant. Ducklet. Oh,
you can rename your Ducklet Fucklet, by the way.
Does it let you do that?
That would be quite interesting.
It does let you do that without the inappropriate text.
Wow.
Just give it a try.
Does it let
you'll
you
be
put
amazed.
Gonad in, Ian?
Yes, it does.
Gonad?
Coops asked me to rename my shiny Voltorb if I got one Gonad, and I did rename it Gonad. Yes.
Did you really? I'm proud of you.
Really did.
Well done.
I really did. And I'm
Well
going to
done.
prove it to you now while we talk about the rest of Weather Week.
So we can have Fucklet and Gonad.
But you can't have Lick.
It's weird.
Ian, the question that all the listeners and us want to know is, what are you now stroking in the evening, the Charizard or the Gonad?
I'm stroking that blue ball.
Yes, he's Gonad, it?
Oh
I
my
am
God.
stroking that blue ball. I really am.
I'm so jealous of everyone's blue bloody balls, for God's sake.
Nobody has ever
RNG.
said that before.
Coops, you're going to nail it. You're going to click on an Electro because loads of those on this charge up week, and you'll probably get a blue one knowing your luck. You get a bigger blue ball.
Mate, I've become even more casual than I thought I could ever be, bro. Do you want to know, like we're over halfway through the week. Do you want to know how much I've walked this week?
Yes,
Go on.
please.
4 kilometers.
Oh, well, even that was ambitious. Fucking hell.
And how much of that is drift?
No, none of it is Pokemon Go. It's all adventure sync. I literally haven't.
So are you walking from the fridge
Yeah,
to your bedroom?
it's like March. It's like the free to play Coops. It's just I don't know what's happened.
Coops.
Yes,
Coops,
yes.
There's free to play, and there's just been bloody lazy.
I know. I don't know what's wrong with me, guys.
What the ramp's complete is they've got no need to go outside anymore.
Yeah.
I've been free to play this week, and I've walked more than I've ever walked.
Oh.
I've been free to play, and I'm getting withdrawal. I really am. I'm just looking. Remote raid passes, shall I? No.
I'm FOMO.
telling you,
I'm free to play. No,
I was just about to say, I know Milo, you were joking then, but you're definitely not free to play. Oh, you missed 100% new legendary.
I was going to say, I was actually going to steer onto that. Nice segue there. We know it's a bit late. It's a week late, but fuck it, it's still relevant.
Do it.
They're in form Thunderous. Okay, it's still going to be in raids for anybody listening for about another week until the end of the month, and we need to cover it because it's so significant. A matter of hours before it was actually released for New Zealand and that lot, they updated its moves, so it's suddenly, and I'm going to have to throw out and give you a trainer club style test here. What kind of attacker and how good is this legendary, guys?
Well, Coops is the PvP man, so I think we should pass straight back to him.
Safe bet there. Safe pair of hands.
No, but Milo, you're not actually. Sorry, no, are you guys being serious? It's
yeah,
terrible.
Yeah.
No, it's terrible for PvP. Don't ask me. It's horrific. It's horrific. But no, all what I do know about it is that when this got the new move pool, there's actually some really solid electric type attackers now in the game. We've got this. What's it called? This one? What is it? Thunderous.
It's Therian form Thunderous.
You can tell I've not done one raid, but the Therian form Thunderous. We've obviously got the Mega Manetric as well, which we've discovered. Yes, bit of a glass cannon, but very, very solid. So yeah, we've obviously got Zekrom and there's loads now. I'm happy.
Zac Efron, did you say?
Zac Efron.
You trying to get another guest, Coops? Are you trying to get another guest?
Imagine a month's time. I'm like, guys, today we've got Zac Efron.
Welcome to Dance Off, a dancing podcast.
Yeah, we'll have to do video for that podcast though. We'll have to do video.
Yeah, special video. Might be only fans.
Well, I've done one Therian. Therian, is it? One with
Therian form.
Sprained ankle one. The one with sprained ankles.
God, what's wrong with us, Mark? Have you done one raid as well? What's going on with us?
I've only done one as well, Coops. I've only done one on it. I've only done one of this legendary. Literally.
What's wrong with you all?
Wait,
I only to play.
I needed one, and I did it on a green raid pass.
I said, and I think this was off camera. I don't think this was actually even on our podcast, but I did say, I'm going to get a dex entry for it, and then I'm going to wait till the shiny comes out.
Milo's got to do how many more raids, Milo, to max out your hundo?
I need to do another 35, 40.
Oh, he'll do that in 10 minutes.
Yeah, do you know what the problem is? I love to do them, but I'm struggling to get people to bloody join them.
Yeah,
because they're all fucking casual, free to play.
Well.
Sorry, Milo.
I will just say as well, and I'm not going to get deep. Trust me, that was last week's episode. But all I will say, and I did mention it last week, is that this rotation that Niantic have got when they release a new legendary and it's not shiny, people just don't care. I really think it was doomed
to crash. It was literally doomed to crash.
And it's like what me, Ian, and Mark have said, and I know a lot of the listeners can agree. Even though this electric type, I've got to look at the bloody names for Therian form Thunderous. Sorry, casual. Even though it's in the top 2 electric type attackers, people just don't care. People just wait, save their money, and wait till it comes back.
I was going to say though, is anyone else on this chargeable event keep thinking Dynamo is like Barboach?
Yes.
I keep seeing. I go, Barboach is
the same little animation, hasn't it? It's like,
it is.
It's a tiny little fish. Of course, it's going to look similar.
I've gone from saying
it does have an arsehole for a mouth.
Yeah, and it's not got the head the same, has it? It's slightly different coloration.
I will say its final stage evolution is good for PvP.
Oh, is it?
Will you shut up about PvP?
Okay. That's the last one.
Guys, joking aside, for the listeners listening to the podcast, we've proven that predictions are great. We've nailed it. Let's go back to that. Shiny Castform, that's a mega call out. And that was in episode 3. And it's a brilliant call out, and the fact that there was nothing to suggest that was even going to happen back then. So that's phenomenal, mate. So Barboach, what I'm calling it Barboach now, Dynamo was pretty much elimination, but the Castform call, mate, that's phenomenal. So
that was a bit random.
And keeping it on the raid boss front, I mean the raids for Weather Week are pretty bad, to be honest. There's really nothing in there that stands out, and really for us free to play players, Coops, Mark, myself, we're not going to miss this at all. Milo, you're going to struggle. You're going to get that withdrawal next week. I can guarantee it.
Not looking forward to it. But moving it on, chaps, did you see that there's a referral system that's now gone live in Australia.
Yes, it went live in Australia. I think yesterday as we record this.
I haven't put this in the show notes because it was so recent, but we've seen that if you refer somebody who's not played the game or is for 90 days or more, or is new, and then I think it's how they unlock or they do certain challenges that unlocks you rewards.
Well,
Am I right in saying that?
Well, all I will say is if things keep going in my life the way they are, one of you will be able to refer me soon.
Well, Coops, if you can stay off it for the next month or two, then it's worth it because there are some pretty decent rewards that you get from this.
Are you taking the piss, or is there?
No, I'm really not. I'm really not.
I want to know.
Mark, hold on. Are you got winding me up? Because obviously
No. They're epic. Some of these are pretty good.
Some of them are pretty good. Coops. Yeah.
Like what's the best one? And I'm talking. This is me, Mr. Free to play, casual, hard to impress. What's the best one? Hit me with it.
10 Pidgey stickers.
All right, that's it. I'm stopping playing because I need those stickers.
And on a less casual note, one that stands out for me: win 20 raids, get 5 super incubators.
Really?
You get 5 super incubators for winning 20 raids.
Yeah, but why does that?
I think that's a bit shit.
Yeah,
to be honest.
I think that's pretty good, really.
So hold on. So what you're trying to tell me is spend 20 quid, do 20 raid bosses to hatch 12 loads of.
You don't have to spend 20 quid, do you? 20 days, free passes. You do not have to spend money.
Okay, I see where you're going with this, Mr. Free to play. I see.
I think it's the referred. The referred account has to do 20 raids, and then you get those 6 incubators.
Yeah, you're referring them. You get rewards when they actually.
So it's the referral count that basically has to prove that they're back playing the game, like Ian said, back doing 20 raids, and then I see.
It doesn't matter how long it takes. If it's even over months, if they're super casual, like you, you might suddenly get a reward pop through in about 4 months' time, where you get like 100 balls to catch 100 Pokemon.
Yeah, and you get guaranteed Pidgey stickers. Oh my god.
Guaranteed Pidgey stickers. And I think that's off the back of, was it 5 trades or something?
Yeah, I can't remember.
So for win 3 raids, you get given a free raid pass. It's not a massive reward, but it's certainly not 3 fucking berries.
Yeah, but you're not doing it. They're doing it. So like you said, for you, it's all.
But on the back of that, guys, how many new accounts are just going to be created? People are just going to make.
This is what I said. Did I not say this last week?
Yeah.
Did I not say this last week?
They're not going to raid on them, are they?
No, and a free pass though.
But though now it's hard though because now you've told me that it's kind of like the effort
wide open for abuse.
The effort of making a baby account, an alt account, and then doing 20 raids just to get. Is it really worth it? You know what I mean? I don't want to get into it again. Is it really all of that hassle? You have to get another phone.
But the account only needs to be in a raid. If you've got a 15-person raid lobby, then you don't need to even have decent Pokemon.
No, I know, but is it really worth it? I'm gonna go with a big fat no, but that's just me.
Who's for booting Coops? He's gone very casual today.
He's so fucking casual.
Insane. Coops, will you play the game? Just so I understand, are you going to play the game again in April? Is that your plan? Because can we all unfriend you and can we add you as a friend in April, and then we'll all reap the rewards?
We'll all get rewards.
He has to stop playing for 90 days.
Oh, well, we might do that.
Well, okay, stop playing now, and then you can start up in time for GO-Fest.
All right. Well, if there is one,
there's summertime, Coops will be back on the podcast.
All right. Guys,
yeah, okay.
It's been a pleasure.
Zoe, if you want to take Coops' place, we've got an opening.
It's been a pleasure. Thank you all. Ian, you're doing Shinies of the Week. Goodbye.
Chaps, I'm going to steer the conversation ahead to the main bulk of today's episode, which I know this episode might end up being bloody long, but fuck it. I want to call back to the earlier chat, the earlier question about holidays and Pokemon Go. So for this, we're going to turn back time, ladies and gentlemen. We're going back to a time when Corona was simply a beverage, to when Pogo Milo UK didn't even exist, to when Niantic weren't money-grabbing bastards and Pokemon Go was bug-free. Oh, well, that's not right. That's not right, is it?
No, that's never happened.
No, I guess some things never change, do they, guys?
Never.
I've got to be honest. I've wanted to talk about this since we started the podcast, and it's because of something we all did. It was such a huge event, such an awesome experience. Pokémon GO-Fest 2019, Germany. We've chatted about it offline so much. We've I've watched other people's videos and stuff like that. So I'm amazed that we didn't bump into each other at all over the course of whatever it was, the 4 or 5 day event. Like, we didn't see each other whatsoever. This is just going to be a free for all kind of discussion. Like, you know, what were your experiences and how did you get there, all that sort of thing. And are you sort of, I guess, feeling nostalgic about it in some way, because we haven't been able to do a real life meetup Pokemon Go event for, you know, coming on to 2 years.
It's almost, isn't it? It's almost
Scary, that.
I'll jump in first on this one, gents, if that's okay. And only because, and it's really weird that you say about this nostalgic feeling, and, you know, Ian said, you know, Corona's a bit of a bitch and stuff, and obviously it is, but it was actually 1 year ago today. It was at this time, it was at about 9:30, 9 o'clock in the evening. So when we're recording this, I actually flew home from Dubai for my last performing contract. So, you know, Corona has officially, for me, in my life, been around for, like I said, to this minute. So, boys, you should all feel special.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah, to this minute for exactly 1 year. So sorry, Ian's photo just came up. Oh,
behind the scenes, Coops.
Yeah, sorry. For those of you that don't know, when Ian's battery dies, a really funny picture of him comes up.
Gotta clip that and put it on Twitter.
So it's been a year since Corona's been in my life and affected me, and, you know, where my life's going and where it's been and what I've been up to, etc. So, you know, going back to your question, Milo, I love a Go-Fest, Safari Zone, whatever they're bloody called. I just think they're just so much fun. They're so much fun. You obviously go with people that you've met through this game and that have become good pals and stuff. And what makes me even more hyped about them now is that I know you guys. I know other creators. I know other people, you know, that like and enjoy my videos, and the people that I've met through starting YouTube. It's just incredible. So it's like, I was hyped to go to a Go-Fest 2 years ago, but moving forward, I'm going to be like 10 times more hyped. So it is definitely a nostalgic feeling when you think about a Go-Fest, because they're just great weekends or weeks away. They really are.
They're so good. I'm on board with that, because can you imagine the 2019 Go-Fest if we all knew each other like we do now? It would have been absolutely epic.
It would have added to the
Milo. It would have been cracking stuff.
Cracking stuff.
cracking stuff.
Ian, what about you? What about your thoughts on that?
Yeah, I mean, I've spoken to each of you about this. I am not adverse to putting my hand in my pocket and traveling, and I will go to an event.
Good man.
Germany, and specifically the events that we've had in Germany, are very, very dear to my heart and absolutely amazing times. One thing I will say, my experience was different to Coops, because when I have done any of my Safari Zones or Go Fests, I've made a point of traveling alone and just literally making that totally about me.
Yeah, I thought you were going to say that.
Having said that, now the four of us are so close, I would quite happily spend 3, 4, 5 days a week with you guys, because I think we would have an absolute blast.
The question is, would you share a bed with me?
If you keep your hands to yourself.
No
what
touching
about
the
if I start
Charizard
stroking your... Yeah, I was going to say. What are you going to do?
No room for you, Coops, in Ian's bed.
That's my badge.
Very large badge.
I tell you what, though, if we did all go away together, it'd be cracking OnlyFans content.
4 guys, 2 beds.
Title of your sex tape.
What was it? 4 guys, 2 beds, 1 badge.
Oh, dear God.
And 1 cup.
Oh,
God.
1 Pokeball.
Let's move it on. This is divorced horribly.
I feel really sorry for Milo in this episode, because we're all on a hype tonight and Milo's trying to be serious. Yeah. Sorry, Milo.
And you had to take it right down to the gutter.
We've gone through the drain and into the sewer with this one now. Like, it's that bad. Oh dear God. Let's get back on track. Mark, what about you?
Oh, it was phenomenal. I mean, I went with 2 mates of mine when I used to live over in South Northants way, and I'll mention it actually because I haven't mentioned Toaster yet on a podcast. Toaster, great place, great guys. And when Go-Fest was around, that's how I met people when I moved there, actually. So I moved up there to be releaser and that. So through the game, met some great people, and we travelled over. It was a bit like the In-Betweeners, older version of the In-Betweeners. I went over with a couple of guys. We met up with a couple of other mates over there, and it was just phenomenal. I remember the whole thing, getting to Luton early in the morning, meeting up at the house first, having a coffee, chilling, buzzing. What we're going to get out of it? This is going to be exciting. First time any of us had done the trip. Getting to London Luton Airport, getting there, having sushi at the bar, filming bits. I was vlogging it. My mates weren't, but they were part of it with me. And for me, I was just really buzzing off it because I'd been content creating for a little bit before we got there. So for me, this was like the pinnacle of it. This was the real moment. And I remember watching a couple of JT Valor's previous vlogs that he did on those lead up to big events. And I was feeling that. I was like, oh, this is going to be amazing. This is going to be like an adult's party.
And
it
Mark,
was just
back then a GO-Fest or an event like that would have had a potential to be really good for your channel as well, so I understand that as well.
You said just getting there was amazing. We flew over, we got over there the night before, so we I can't remember. God, you know what, I can't remember what day we played now. I think it was a Saturday.
It was a Saturday because I bumped into you there.
Saturday it was, and yeah, so we flew over
Friday.
Friends, GO-Fest friends,
Pokemon friends.
Oh, Pokemon friends, oh, friends.
Yeah, we met over there, so that we did meet at Dortmund. So we've known each other since then. Yeah, I flew over on the Friday, got over there, had the Friday night out drinking out on the bars. It was great. I met actually at the cruise ship on the Friday night. Drop a name call in there. He came and joined us for a drink, and that was brilliant. We kept in contact with some of the guys from America, and like that night before, it was like a big party. It felt really like everyone was buzzing. Dortmund was buzzing. The square was buzzing. Everyone was drinking, luring up everywhere. Dortmund was just lured up completely for the whole of the weekend. It was
27 years.
And can I say, Mark, the Sunday after, Dortmund town was just insane. There wasn't an empty raid lobby at all on that Sunday.
Well, it's interesting because I want to dive into some of the memories of playing out in the town and all of that, and we'll come on to the little sloth scenario a bit later. But
your friend
Mark, you said that you flew over. What about Coops and Ian? How did you guys get there?
Yeah, so it was actually in 2018. It was me and my friends. We were talking about sort of, driving there, doing a fun road trip. And that's exactly what we did. We just felt like it would be a little bit cheaper than getting an aeroplane. Obviously, it's going to take 5 times the amount of time. But then in 2019, I was working in Vienna at the time. So I kind of met my friends there. And I actually flew to Bochum, which is a town, and stayed with my friend, which is a town, I'd say about 20 minutes, half an hour on the train from Dortmund. Yeah. So I stayed with him for like the week before, and the week after I had like a big holiday of him in Bochum because he was in a show out there. Yeah, he was in Starlight Express in a musical show out there. So I stayed with him. So yes, that's what I did for 2019. So technically I didn't road trip it or plane it. I trained it.
the train club.
That could work. That could work.
Sorry, that was shit.
Ian, quickly tell us about your experience.
Okay, so yeah, I'm always down for a road trip. Road trips are some of my favorite sort of adventures for both 2018 and 2019, because I did go to the Safari Zone in 2018. Now that one was a lot more hardcore than 2019 was. In 2018, I drove to Birmingham Airport, jumped on a plane, hired a car, drove to Dortmund, played Saturday, got a hotel, played Sunday, and flew back Sunday night. And then went back to work on the Monday.
Crikey, that's an ordeal.
That was hardcore. And it was something that I used to do quite a lot when I used to visit my girlfriend when she lived in Germany. But for 2019, it was a lot more relaxed. I flew out on the Friday, got a hotel, hired the car, did all that, played Saturday, raided, and just went around on Sunday playing amazingly. And on the Monday, I went and did a few sort of sightseeing. I went to Cologne, and then flew back Monday evening. So
nice. So you did a little bit more of an adventure then, a little bit more of a holiday the second time.
Yeah, I've spent a lot of time in Germany, and I have a lot of favourite places that have good memories, so that I always know where I'm going to go when I take a trip over there. And it's the Safari Zones, the GO-Fest are some of the best events that I've been to.
Yeah, well, I mean, it's interesting. I had sort of a half and half from Coops because in 2019, a group of my mates and I, we did the road trip in 2019 to Dortmund, and we drove over on the Wednesday, so we made a bit more of a trip of it. So we drove from Ealing and made a whole day. Some cock-ups on the road trip thanks to Antwerp and a road accident.
It's always Antwerp. It's always Antwerp. Yeah, we had
I've
the same.
I've never ever seen a traffic map, a live traffic map with a black road. All the way, it's a huge black circle around the whole of the ring road around Antwerp. So it was just gridlock. And my sat nav, rather than saying, "Hey, go up through Holland," it said, "Go to Brussels and get there at rush hour, you son of a bitch."
Oh, that would be carnage. Absolutely
it's just
carnage.
so fucking wasting our time. But then we did end up doing it was Groudon Raid Hour that Wednesday in Leuven, the home of Stella. Which is cool. Definitely got to go back there.
Nice little beer tour for you there.
But the road trip aspect was something I was really keen to do because I knew I had the capability of doing it, and certainly having had a chat with the people who were interested in going, by the time we made an assessment of everybody who wants to go, the flights were just astronomically expensive.
They went through the roof within days of that announcement.
It was ridiculous.
They really did.
We fortunately reserved our hotel months before. As soon as they announced the dates for the GO-Fest, I think we booked in, or maybe they announced they must have announced the dates or something, because
they were leaked slightly before, if I remember correctly.
Yeah, so we reserved our hotel at the right time, so we had that in place. But then the flights just went through the fucking roof, and then we worked out, it's 87 quid per car to go on the ferry, plus whatever bloody petrol you have.
Plus, it's only an 8-hour drive to Dortmund. It's only about an 8-hour drive. It's not
if you do it sensibly. Not if you go via fucking Brussels at rush hour. I think we were on the road. Oh fuck! We left Ealing at 4 a.m. and we arrived at the hotel at 11:15 in the evening.
You are fucking kidding.
No, it was that long. But
you could have gone via Vienna and picked Coops up.
Yeah, who could? Well, you'd have to either sit on the roof of my Mazda or be curled up in the boot like a casualty.
Casual.
It was casual casualty. But the road trip was absolutely epic, and we stayed from the Wednesday and then drove back home on the Monday, but we did a different route. That was kind of a must for me. Hood down, Tom and I in the car, absolute blast, absolutely fantastic to get there. And then, I don't know about you guys, we'll touch on this subject of the experience outside of the GO-Fest itself, because every single day, I mean, I played on the Friday, and Mark, you said Mark and Ian played on the Saturday. Coops, what day did you play? 2019.
I think it was the Friday, actually.
Oh my God, so you and I were in the same park at the same time.
Yeah, but Milo, Westfalen Park, come on.
Yeah.
That is fucking huge.
Eagle in a haystack kind of scenario. But playing outside of the park on the Thursday, the Saturday, and the Sunday.
Bro, I got more shinies.
The raids.
Yeah,
oh
mad.
My God. I've never seen such crowds and a mass of people for raids anywhere. It was extraordinary.
Well, because if I'm correct, when I look back at 2019, I actually think that was kind of like one of the first times Groudon was in raids, right? Is that am I correct?
Second time that year.
But still quite hype though, right? Still quite hype.
It's always hype.
Yeah,
and I think so. I'm going to get real trainer club bollocks here. It had only been previously available in 2019 during the Earth Day weekend event. Okay, so in 2 days.
I didn't know you were going to give us this in-depth fucking Jesus.
Look, a walking encyclopedia. I've got to be that if I'm doing all of these trainer club videos, you know.
Yeah, I agree.
Oh, sorry, I thought you had something.
Sorry, yeah.
It
was amazing. There was not a single, raids were everywhere. There was not a single empty lobby. In fact, sometimes you were lucky to even get in a lobby.
It was insane. I remember myself, Tom and Francesco, we would hit the ready to raid button at the same time, jump in the raid, and we'd all be in 3 different lobbies. That's how mad it was.
Yeah.
That was insane.
Did you guys actually stay in Dortmund near the park? Because I probably one of you that didn't. I stayed about 20 minutes out of town.
Oh, you're out of town, were you?
I stayed 20 minutes out of town purposely because there was hotels I wanted to stay at that I just did not want to be literally in the town itself. The spawns were absolutely shit when you left downtown Dortmund. They really were. Except for your favorite Pokemon in the world, Milo.
We'll come on to that. Mark, what about you? Where did you stay, actually?
We stayed in one of the main hotels. My mate Hervey booked the room for us. So we were in the same hotel, and we just Hervey got it through his travel points and that. So that was pretty cool. So we got a cheap room, and our friends stayed in other hotels. But we had to get like a little tram ride or whatever it was, an underground ride to get to Westfalen where the park was. So, but we were in Dortmund. We were about a 2-minute walk from the square in Dortmund, which was amazing. You know, we were right in reach where all the lures were. So everybody was luring up and that. It was crazy. And like, it was so random because so it was hard to put your own lures on because everybody, they were always on there. They were just, everyone was just piling them on. But we were able to get one on the hotel we were at. Like, I got some like within like minutes on Twitter going, oh my God, you're over here. I was just like, what the hell? That's random.
And see, this is where I'm probably going to sound a lot more casual than the rest of you, because when I left the event after playing hardcore all day, I got back to the hotel, I had my KFC, had a beer, and I just literally died for the rest of the night.
It's funny you say that because obviously in 2019, I was staying with my best friend in Bochum. And obviously, I just assumed that I'd be going back to his house and staying there to come back to the park on the Saturday or the Sunday. I can't remember. Sorry, Milo. I can't remember what day, whether it was the Friday or Saturday. But anyway, sorry. But fuck's sake. But anyway.
Hashtag casual.
Ian, I was like you. I was so wrecked. And, you know, my best mates in this game are grinders. Like, they are like, you know, hardcore. So imagine me, the poor little casual, tagging along. I get to about 4 o'clock and I'm like, can we stop now? Can we stop now? I'm tired. like these guys are going till like 10, 11 midnight. And I said, Ash, you know, I cannot even fathom the thought of now getting the train back to Bochum. Can I just stay at yours? And he was like, mate, of course. So we literally stayed at his and we got in the room at like 1 o'clock. And then I think a hundo popped up at like 1:30. So then we all left again and went to get a hundo that was down by the park. And then we literally went to bed at like 4 a.m. and was again up at 7, just like you guys, just tapping, just constantly tapping. But listen, that's why we go, right?
Grind the event, absolutely. Because my mates and I, we stayed in, it was the Hampton by Hilton. So we were literally about 10-minute walk from our gate. It was in the south part of Dortmund, and we had a tube stop which would get us into the center of Dortmund in about 10 minutes, it was honestly brilliant.
Because we're all noobs, aren't we? So we didn't get to go in the media entrance.
Yes. No, I didn't even have a channel back then. Fucking hell. That's how shit it was. But my mates and I, we spent like every waking moment out in the center of town, grinding the lures and spawns and doing every raid we could. And then ending up, I don't know if it was the central square, but it was one of the squares in Dortmund for pints, just go and have a drink, relax, and then go back to the hotel. And that's it.
That's not the square where the big church is it?
I don't think it was. We went to a bar called Maximilian, I think it was. Where did everybody go for a drink afterwards, actually? That's the question.
Starbucks. In the square, under one of the canopies on the square. We went into a restaurant and had some pizza on one of the nights. That was good fun. But we just went, we were in the square, the big square, I can't remember what it was called. And we just literally got these tables outside under one of the canopies, and we were just there. There was about 20 poker stops you could get from it. It was
I remember it was
sat there.
And we all just appreciate that if there's, if COVID is still around, bruv, next summer, it's going to be the World Cup in the summer in Go-Fest. It is going to be the most lit summer ever. And if Pokemon Go can't do any events this summer, they will do about 100 next summer.
They'll make up for lost time.
Yeah, 2022 is going to be so hype. Just fingers crossed COVID fucks off.
Well, I think it's safe to say there will be a Go-Fest this year, but it's looking like it's probably going to be a play from home again.
Play from home job, which it just doesn't have the same vibe.
Mate, no way near.
Live events are just another level. Unless you've been to one, you will never ever understand and comprehend how awesome they are. When you see 10, 20, 30,000 other people playing the game at the same time, the networks grind to a halt and you can't get cellular coverage. That is when you know you're at a Pokemon Go event.
Yeah, facts.
Absolutely. But, and this is kind of why I wanted to talk about it, let's talk about Shiny Slack Off Makeup Day.
Do not even go there.
Because we've seen Niantic's attitude to makeup events in the past, and it's been varying degrees of cretinous.
Let's just put this makeup event smack bang on Go-Fest weekend and fuck the Europeans off.
And anybody who goes
because they were spammed everywhere.
It was insane, wasn't it? And insane in a bad way, because utterly boggles my mind why they chose to go over the European Go-Fest for the makeup weekend.
Yeah, I remember this. Yeah, I remember this. When
The
was
casuals
this?
like, oh yeah, that happened. When was this?
No, I remember.
2019.
Yeah, I remember there
Go
being.
Fest.
No, I remember there being an event and there was just slack off everywhere, and I was like, wait,
Yeah,
I was
because
like,
the Slack off community was all fucked up, wasn't it? So they said we'll give you a makeup event.
oh,
Yeah, the June com day
right,
got
yes,
buggered.
Yeah.
So then they decided to put it over the European Go Fest rather than the weekend before or the weekend after, when nothing was happening. I think Entei Raid Day was the weekend after, and they didn't do it then. So anybody who went to Dortmund, including people from all over the world, arrived to a slack off party.
Oh yes, sorry. I had a casual moment. I'm with it now. Yes,
We're used to it.
Yeah. Sorry, no. I'm with it now. Yes, you are right. And for that whole weekend, the whole time, 50% of the spawns were slack off. Yes. I
Milo
remember.
was loving it, by the way. Milo was loving it.
It was, oh Christ. How many slack offs did you walk away with? I think I ended up with about fucking 40 of them.
I got one
Yeah.
extra that I didn't want because Mark decided to trade me one.
Oh, how generous.
Guys,
Milo.
sorry, go on, Coops.
No, I was going to say, Milo, you might be quite proud of this. I actually got on that weekend, I actually got a 98% shiny slack off.
Cracking
Nice.
stuff.
It obviously got transferred. No.
No. The casual.
Yeah, if it's not a hundo, bin it.
You didn't know GBL then.
Yeah, exactly. Sorry, Mark.
No, because at the time it happened, I didn't realise it. So we were on holiday. We were on a cruise in Norway, and that was when Slack Off Community Day was. So it was going to be the first community day that I didn't play any of because we would have been at sea on that day. So I was obviously unaware of all the issues that people were having on it. And I just remember coming back and then they were saying, we're going to have a makeup Slack Off day. I was like, oh, wicked. That's an absolute result. Happy days. I feel like I'm the only person who didn't get a shiny Slack Off on quiz day, but I took that.
You must have been the one person who was pleased.
Well, I saw it as an opportunity because we just turned it into a drinking game all over Dortmund weekend. So whoever got a shiny Slack Off had to down a pint, and we had great fun with it. So
that sounds like a laugh.
Yeah,
sounds like a laugh.
Make
it happen again. Make it happen again for when we all meet up.
Well, when we all meet up, we'll have a Pokemon Go drinking game of some description.
Well, I think we have to say who's incensed the best stuff while recording. And
okay, so Mark is going to get leathered then.
Mark's getting leathered and we're all stone cold sober.
I'm fucked, aren't I?
Yeah.
But I was definitely gutted that Liverpool was cancelled this year, obviously for obvious reasons. I was gutted.
Last year.
It
does feel like this year, but it was last year.
Believe it or not, that was a year ago when they cancelled it.
I have been really casual this episode. Sorry, but yeah, you know what I meant. We're not even in the summer this year. I meant last year.
Yeah, you've changed.
Sorry.
It's our fault though, isn't it? We've made him even more casual.
Yeah.
When the Liverpool event was on, Coops, you were out in a park freezing your tits off, going, "Oh, it's Liverpool Day. I'm doing it all." Now I feel like you're a shell of your former self, mate.
I was, mate. I was out there. I was grinding hard at the local park, putting in my Pokestops for Wayfarer.
Yeah.
I was.
Nice.
I was doing all that, but no, I was gutted that Liverpool got cancelled. I was really looking forward to it. I genuinely was looking forward to it because I know Ian and Milo, you touched on earlier about the price of Go-Fest. They are quite pricey. Let's be honest. The whole weekend is quite expensive.
Not a cheap weekend. It's not a cheap time.
No, because you got the expenses included and everything.
Yeah, and me and my Pogo bestie Ash, we actually got trains there, trains back, hotel for 2 nights. We got it all for like £100. So we were winning. So I was.
You did well.
Yeah,
wow.
I was super.
My
hyped.
hotel cost more than that.
Oh no. We did well.
But I think, chaps, that was a lovely nostalgic trip down memory lane,
which we must revisit at some point. But can I say before you move on, Milo?
No.
Liverpool.
No.
Liverpool. When it's rescheduled, the 4 of us.
100% going. Coops, jump in the car with me.
Yeah, I mean, I'll
come pick you up.
No, but I was going to ask, am I allowed to? Can super duper casuals join you? Is that okay?
Yeah, we need the casual.
You can hold the camera.
All right. All right, but no, yeah, but like I said, mate, like recording one of these episodes in real life is going to be epic enough as it is. But going to like a Go-Fest Safari Zone together, it's going to be even more epic.
Oh, I cannot wait. I honestly cannot wait, guys. I'm not just saying that for the show. I really cannot wait.
Yeah, I really can't wait for in-person events to happen again. It's going to be absolutely epic.
Mark, can you just say I can't wait either? So we've all said I can't wait.
Yeah, because it's almost like you're thinking, oh, I don't want to spend time with you three.
It depends. It depends when you guys get vaccinated. With the way the rollout's going, it might not be till 2022.
Let's see, shall we?
I can't wait to be with you guys in person at a live event. I think it'll be amazing. Sincerely, it will be.
Yes, absolutely.
It's crazy, And Ian, and I will say it. Last week you threw me off guard. We said, I hope we don't forget that Liverpool makeup event. And I was going, what makeup event? And I realised we never had the Safari Zone.
Well, we had it, but they did say that was actually going to get the real event as well.
We should get the real trip to Liverpool, which I'm really looking forward to.
And you know what's funny? Someone did actually message me and say, Coops, I listened to your podcast and you were talking about the Liverpool makeup event, and apparently we still haven't had it. We still haven't had the makeup event that they promised. But
well, it's because the makeup event is actually going to Liverpool.
Well, yeah.
Yeah, we had the makeup event, which was the event that we had.
Play from home.
And then there's going to be the real event, which is the makeup for
Absolutely.
makeup.
Well, I do feel an international podcast recording needs to happen, lads.
And Milo, wait, because
we are never going to finish tonight's show.
Wait, because I know that this is your favourite part of the show, Milo. But can I just say, and one last thing to end this off. Imagine all four of us trolling people in real life. It's going to be epic. It's going to be amazing.
That happened, Coops.
Like people go up to celebrities and ask them to insult them. I think that would happen with us. Can you just dish some dirt on me, please? That'd be brilliant.
There'll be people trolling us by then, guys.
Yeah, facts.
Right.
Quite possibly. But now it's time for one of our favourite sections of the podcast. Some say that Niantic interns don't know there's a difference between scoring a game of golf and scoring on an IQ test. And when they're told there's a new bug, they immediately reach for their fly swatter. That's right. We are going over to Mark for Ask the Intern.
That's absolutely brilliant, as always. So, diving in to the comedy gold, as I refer to it now, of Niantic support, they are still wanting to go down the DM route. They're getting bloody predictable now. But I do think the questions and how they're asked is gold in itself. And actually, where we said we wouldn't mention people's names, we're not going to do that still. I think actually there should be a competition for the funniest question asked to Niantic support, because there are some absolute belters. But anyway, I've picked some of the ones that tickled me this week. So we'll start with the first one, Niantic Help. After the update of the latest version, the character graphic went from right side and not in the middle. I'm using an iPhone 12. Okay, well, I kind of noticed that. I just thought it was similar. I actually noticed that today.
I noticed that too. Sierra is now on the other side of the screen. Yeah,
I've noticed that as well.
So Niantic support said, sorry to hear about that.
Passive aggressive.
What you experienced could be a visual error.
No shit, Sherlock.
Surely it's a formatting error.
Please try reloading the app and check if it resolves the issue. Let us know if you need help with anything else. Thank you.
It doesn't resolve the issue. Let me tell you, it does not resolve the issue.
So we've answered that one. There you go. We've answered it for you. They probably haven't answered it, and we bloody have. Right. That could be a new feature. Right. Here we go. Second one. How in the name of sweet, merciful crap does a company as large as Niantic...
Is Coops sending messages again?
Yeah, clearly.
That's the Coops, it says here. Allows such a game-breaking error to release to the world? What could have possibly been added to the Pokemon Go code that would even interact with the initiation of a gym battle? Good freaking Lord. And there's a little emoji with a face plant. Oh.
Kind regards, Casual Goose.
Hashtag.
You know what? I'm beginning to think there's no harm mentioning these, because these people will love this. So Professor Chas.
We're not mentioning names, Clang.
We're sorry for the inconvenience, trainer. Please try refreshing your game data, as it can resolve a variety of gameplay issues you may be experiencing. If that didn't help, please refer to our help article and let us know how it goes. So I took part in that and I clicked on the link because I thought, you know what? It sounds like they're directing you to someone who's going to make it really clear and help you resolve your issue.
Done research. I love that you've researched it.
Yeah, does it fuck? It just takes you to like a list of different bug errors. It doesn't actually take you to where you think you need to be. And
So it doesn't take you to Milo and Coops' OnlyFans.
it might be that actually.
Known to fix all bugs.
This is the final one, and we all need to be sympathetic with this one because this is actually quite a sad one. So, at Niantic, I have a sobbing 8-year-old who had 3 more balls and was waiting to see if the closed ball was a catch on our Thunderous raid when it froze.
Oh God!
We waited a long time, and then restarted the app. It was gone, and no chance to finish trying to catch it. She is devastated.
No.
That's got to be a free remote raid pass from Niantic there.
Tug at those heartstrings.
Niantic
Tug at
support.
those heartstrings.
I mean, Niantic obviously they're all personal. These are. They look at the question. You know, we know they do that. So Niantic support was sorry to hear that. Our troubleshooting steps, yes, the same link that they sent to someone else, should help you in such scenarios. Try them out, and that's it.
So what Niantic are basically saying is, buy your daughter another raid pass and let her have another go.
Have another fucking try. Basically it. I do hate that when like the game actually freezes. I assume that they like ran out of time on the raid
It
boss.
sounds
and
like the
when that
raid had
happened,
expired by that point, because if you'd restarted the game and the raid's still
you
there,
should have been
you
able
should
to
get
go back
in.
to do it. A helpful tip, actually, I'm going to say to anybody: don't listen to Niantic support. Listen to Incensed podcast. Okay, if you happen to lose a legendary or glitch out of a raid, there's a very specific way you should word your response to the support team, and it's saying, if you play on the bug where you used to be, if you're a remote raider and you try to re-lobby with the raid party, it would kick you out of the gym. And obviously, if it kicks you out of the gym and the raid is gone, you can't get back into the raid.
That's happened to me a few times. You just write it down
It
to
used to happen.
experience.
I know they've technically fixed the bug, but it could still happen. If you word that answer to their support team, you're more than likely going to get a free raid pass back.
Yeah,
Well, Mark,
I like that.
Mark, I absolutely love those picks, Mark. Fantastic. Twitter gold from Niantic support, as always. And to finish off the episode, we're going to hand over to free-to-play Coops to hear about the shinies of the week.
Ladies and gents, welcome to Shinies of the Week. I don't know what the fuck that was, but we had
I'm going to clip that and put that over.
Shinies of the Week. But guys, we want to thank you all. We got so many tags on our Incensed Twitter on so many shinies, so many good IVs, and we do really, really appreciate it. And we love to see what you get. So do not forget, tag us at Incensed Podcast. I mean, this week we got a shiny Fletchling, we got a shiny Durant, and we got a shiny Solrock. But you know, I've got to stick to my favorites, and I've got to stick to the blue balls for this week. So my favorites for this week, who listened to Incensed Podcast, is Night Owl and Connor Cook. You guys got yourselves, while listening to Incensed Podcast, you got yourself the shiny Voltorb. So round of applause.
The shiny
to
blue
you
balls.
guys.
Beautiful pair of blue balls.
Fantastic work, listeners.
And like I said, you know, Karina got a shiny Magnemite. There was some great stuff, but guys, I had to keep it in with the blue ball theme of today. And just to end this off, as I said, thank you so much for tagging us, and do continue to tag us on Twitter.
Yeah,
Somebody
indeed.
got. Yes, I think someone else got a couple of shiners as well, didn't they?
Mark, was this my segment or yours? Because if it was mine, hush your gums, we're done. All right, we're done. They're just going to have to keep atting us.
He's going to have to wait for his turn. But yeah, absolutely do let us know if you get yourself a shiny while listening to the podcast. That is going to about conclude it, gentlemen, for this week. It's been a beautiful trip down memory lane. Looking back at GO-Fest 2019, it's very nostalgic indeed. Please do not forget to hit that follow button on your podcast platform of your choice, obviously. And if you could leave us a 5-star review, that would be absolutely smashing, absolutely top stuff.
Top notch.
Indeed. And make sure that cracking stuff. And obviously, shall we go for everything? Like all the British stuff. It's absolutely spiffing, smashing, cracking bollocks. There you go. Make sure that you do follow us on Twitter at Incensed Podcast, as Coops has already said, to keep up to date with what we're actually doing on Twitter. We're tagging a few content creators on there. Not going to drop some names. We've already done that in the show. We already know one of the answers to this, but chaps, was anyone else #blessed with some shiny luck off of your incense?
Are we ever, Milo? Are we ever?
Are we ever? Well, I got sweet fuck all from my end. It's Mark, isn't it? It's just Mark with a fucking shiny
we know about the spoik. Did you get any more, Mark?
I didn't get any more.
Oh,
I didn't get any more.
I pulled a hundo of this. Well, Mark clearly, I mean, he's listening to the podcast on Spotlight Hours, so clearly it works.
Mark listens to the podcast on repeat.
Absolutely.
And I think this will end off the podcast quite nicely. You lot are going to die. Hands up! I completely forgot. I didn't actually put an incense on for today's episode.
Fucking
How
idiot.
casual are you?
To be fair, Coops, I forgot for the first 15 minutes. But I'm the show host. I have an excuse.
I thought that would end it off nicely.
That was brilliant. Well, if you didn't forget, like Coops did or me, do let us know on our social media if you did indeed bag yourself a shiny or a fantastic IV Mon while listening to this episode of the podcast. Or also use the hashtag Incensed Podcast. We're trying to get that going as well. It won't be trending because, whatever, Twitter, we're not big, yeah, but it's worth a try. Hey ho. And I would like to do a quick shout out to Coops' mate Brett for the music, the lovely music segments that we have going on. So from myself and the guys, we'll say thank you very much for listening. Wishing you all a very good week. Good luck with the shiny, rainy Castform hunt, or as we should really call it, the British Castform, to be honest, the shiny British Castform. And we'll hopefully see you again for episode 7. Stay safe and take care, everybody.
I choose you!